Hello, my name is Ann Brock. I'm from RightStar Systems. Today I'm going to be showing you a short demo of ScanStar. ScanStar is a barcode asset tracking software for updating the Remedy configuration management database. Allows you to receive, track, and verify assets so that you can ensure your CMDB is up to date. First, just a little bit on RightStar Systems. We have been around for 14 or 15 years, and we are focused on IT service management and on BMC's solutions. We both sell and implement most of the BMC solutions. Some sample customers on this slide. As you can see, we do both public sector and commercial, so hopefully we can help you out with your barcode scanning needs. When we talk about scanning in assets, we're not talking about just a barcode. We're really talking about receiving a set of data from the asset when it gets delivered. So receiving is around, I got a bunch of assets, maybe it's laptops, maybe it's desktops, etc., and I want to scan them in with their tag number and also include the model and some other information as well. It's a great way to receive a lot of assets into the CMDB. Tracking is around moves, adds, and changes. So I have something in inventory, I need to deploy it. I can assign it to a user, have them sign off for it, and get that out on the floor. So when you think tracking, think move, adds, and changes. Verification is more of the audit functionality. I'm walking around a particular building. I want to make sure all the assets that are supposed to be there are there, and if there are any new assets, I want to get them in the CMDB. And that's what verification will let you do. We do work on a variety of devices, the Motorola's, the Intermex, the Janums, but we do also work on Android devices now, and iOS will be coming soon. If you have a particular barcode scanner that's not in this list, please contact us and we'll see if it will work, or if we need to do some adjustments to the software to make it work. So what does this look like? I'm going to go ahead and bring up my Remedy system. I'm sitting on my asset console, looking at computers by status all, and you can see I have a few computers in there already. But let's say I get a box or a shipment of assets in that I need to receive. So I've got a emulation of my barcode scanner here. I go ahead and go into receive, and these are all the same type of assets. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out the common data down here. These are all Dell latitudes. They're all going to be in receive status. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and put them all into my support center to start with. So those are the common data. Once I have those entered, I can go and scan the tag numbers and the serial numbers. So here, I scanned my asset tag number. And now I've scanned my serial number. Go ahead and save. And you'll notice, while those fields are cleared out, my other common fields remain, so I can go ahead and scan my next asset. So I have the tag number of my next asset, and there I have the serial number as well. I could keep on doing this for all the assets I just received, but for today I'm just going to go ahead and save and exit, and then I'm going to go ahead and synchronize this with the Remedy CMDB. When I'm using the barcode scanners, the data is stored on the scanner and I synchronize up, which is great when you're going ahead and scanning these assets in a place without a good internet connection, maybe a warehouse or a secure zone. If I'm using the Android application, then the connection is immediate. I don't need to synchronize with the Android. But with the barcode scanners, I do need to synchronize. It says I successfully did that. So if I come back into my asset console, I now have those two assets received into my database at the Boston Support Center. Well, let's say now that I want to allocate one of these out to a user, and that's when we talk about the tracking. So I'm going to go back over to my scanner, go into track, and now I'm going to scan the tag number of the assets that is in my inventory. So we can see it's brought back the data from my CMDB. So I can go ahead and say this asset is now going to be deployed. Maybe my user isn't in Boston. They're actually in the headquarters building, so I'm going to redo the building at site. And I'm going to come down to the people and find my person and give it out to them. I'm going to have Hans get this asset for now. And I'm actually going to make Hans sign for this. So you can get signatures so people can acknowledge that they got this particular asset. That's the only one I'm allocating out right now, so I'm going to go ahead and save and exit. And again, I'm going to go ahead and synchronize with the database. Synchronization is completed. Let's go ahead and refresh. Now we can see it's deployed. It is in the headquarters building instead of in the Boston Support Center. And if I come into the work info, I can see Hans's signature has been attached. So tracking will allow you to both assign it out and get them to sign for it that they've actually received it. The last step I wanted to mention here is around verify. And this is really, again, where I'm walking through a building, snagging the assets and seeing if they are already in my CMDB or not in my CMDB. So once again, I'm going to scan the asset tag. I can see this one is in my database. It's deployed. It's in the headquarters building, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and save this so I can update the last scan date. But now maybe I'm going to scan an asset that's not in my CMDB already. So now I get a message that it wasn't found. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up okay. So we've got the tag number in there. We're going to obviously go ahead and do the serial number and fill in the other information. Let's go ahead and maybe this one's an Inspiron. And maybe we're going to go ahead and say this is deployed because we did find it on the floor. Well, it's a particular company, and again, we can fill in whatever information you all want. By the way, the screen is highly configurable, so we can make sure you have the fields that you need when you are going through and doing your scanning. I have a lot of fields out here. You may have more. You may have fewer. It's totally up to you. Let's go ahead and save and exit, and let's go ahead and synchronize the results of my verification. Okay, my synchronization is complete. And come out and refresh again. We've got that new asset that we found out there. And I can come into the record that we did find and see that the last scan date has been updated. So now I could run a report for all the assets in this location to see whose scans got updated and which ones didn't. That would tell me which assets are maybe missing from this location. And again, if I had any that hadn't been tracked before, they're now in my CMDB. So whether I'm receiving, tracking, or verify, ScanStar makes it easy to do. As I mentioned, we do also now have mobile available. So all your Android devices for now, and soon your iOS devices, you can also receive, track, and verify. Nice thing about those is, again, a direct connection to the database. So the CMDB is updated immediately without synchronization. But again, if you're in an area that doesn't have internet, that synchronization is really nice because you can do that when you get back to your desk. One of the things we do have on the mobile is the ability to audit, which actually builds a list of assets that we think are out in the site. And then I can go into these assets, see if they're there, mark them as valid or not valid if I find them. So auditing is a nice kind of capability to have available on the mobile device. So that's ScanStar. If you have any questions, please do contact RightStar. There's our contact information. Of course, if you know who your sales rep is, just contact them directly. But if you aren't sure, go to rightstar.com or call us or email us. Thank you so much for your time.